Hey guys, so welcome to another video of mine. It's Commander Belay, and this is another video of mine. Now the transfer window has officially shut its deadline, and I've decided to make a Premier League predictions 2018 to 19 season for the upcoming Premier League season. Obviously I did see some other YouTubers do it before, but I thought it would make sense to do it after the window shuts, after the transfer deadline day. And now that it's officially shut, no players can be signed anymore. Yes, some players can be sold, but no players can be signed anymore. That's the end. So you know, the Premier League starts tomorrow evening. But before I do get into the video, I need to talk about a sport betting app. Now basically in this app you get to bet as much as possible. Now the link will be in the description. Also basically you cannot do it with a laptop or any other device. It has to be with a mobile phone, whether it's iOS or Android. Basically you have to click the link in the description, which will be in the description box. It will take you to a website where you can download the sport betting app, and on here if you spend £10 or more you get £30 in free bets, which I think is a magnificent offer. It's perfect time. The Premier League season is officially starting, so it does mean that you know you can earn yourself a lot of cash, a lot of money can be involved, and I highly recommend that you go down in the description, click the link and download the app. When you do register, as I've got it up right now, I do actually have the app on my phone. So obviously once you download the app, you have to register, you have to ensure that you're over 18 years old, term and conditions do apply, make sure you're over 18 years old and that you bet responsibly. So click the link down in the description, register, and basically if you spend more than £10 you get more than £30 in free bets. Especially the Premier League seasons, you know, approaching rapidly, is a perfect opportunity to make some cash. I would highly recommend and suggest you go down and download the app. And yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into the Premier League predictions video. Now starting from 20th position, I have gone for Cardiff City. Now obviously the reason why I've gone for Cardiff City is they have made very little signings. They've just been promoted, they've just come from the Championship, but they've made very minimal signings. They've, I think, made one signing, can't remember his name, but there's not enough stability in the football team. They've barely been in the Premier League. They've just been promoted, and the other two promoted teams, Fulham and Wolves, have done so much transfer business. Cardiff haven't made much business. They've still got a lot of Championship players. They haven't got much quality, not enough depth in their team, and I think they're going to really find it hard in this Premier League season. They're going to really struggle in the season, which is why I put Cardiff in 20th position. Now in 19th position, I have put Huddersfield Town. Now, the reason why I put this, I thought they did a magnificent achievement last season, surviving. They did fantastically well. David Wagner is a fantastic coach, fantastic manager. They did superb to stay up, but with no signings, they're going to struggle. All the other teams around them have improved, so they're going to ensure that, you know, they're going to try their best to stay up. Wolves, you know, they've got really good signings, Fulham, etc., and other teams around them have improved magnificently, immensely. And the thing is, Huddersfield have stood still. They haven't signed much. They haven't invested in the summer transfer market, and you know they're going to go down. As simple as that. As in, they're going to go down. They're not going to be able to compete with the other teams as they haven't made any signings. They haven't improved their squad or increased the quality, and as a result, I think Huddersfield will go down. That's why I've put Huddersfield Town in 19th position. Now, in 18th position, I have gone for Southampton. The reason why I've gone for Southampton is the same situation. They haven't made enough signings. Mark Hughes did come in late. I was surprised they stayed up, to be honest. But he did a magnificent job. He did a sublime job. You know, very good manager. He got his philosophy in towards the end and just survived. And I thought, you know, Southampton can kick on. They can make some signings. However, once again, just like Huddersfield and Cardiff, they have not made enough signings, which is why I think Southampton will claim the 18th spot and get relegated to the Championship. Now in 17th position, I have gone from AFC Bournemouth. Now the reason why I've gone for Bournemouth to just stay up is obviously the experience. They've been in there for quite a few years. Eddie Howe knows what he's doing. He's become more experienced. He's become more mature. He's a very, very talented coach, and I think he will take a big job in the future. Now once again, they haven't made too many signings as far as I'm aware, but I think they will just survive as Eddie Howe's got some quality players in that squad. Begovic, Nathan Ake, Stanislas, Joshua King. I think that, you know, Eddie Howe can get them playing. They know the philosophy. They're a very stable club. You know, they've been in the Premier League for a few years. They know what it's about. And I think they'll just about survive. Now, in 16th position, I have gone for Crystal Palace. And obviously, Wilfried Zaha has officially stayed at Crystal Palace. And Zaha's going to be huge and pivotal if Crystal Palace are to set up this season. I think they're going to do really well. They've made some really quality additions such as Max Meyer, who I think they've done wonderfully well to sign. They've made some other couple of good additions like Christian Benteke, Zaha, obviously Max Meyer as well. I think they'll do a pretty decent season. Obviously Roy Hodgson did quite well with Crystal Palace last season. And I think, like I said, Zaha's going to be crucial for Crystal Palace to be staying up. And I'm going to go for Crystal Palace to be in 16th position. Now, in 15th position, I have gone for Brighton. Now, Chris Hughton last season did a really, really good job keeping Brighton up. He did really well getting some really good results against some top teams. United has been a prime example. Tottenham being another example. You know, he's had experience in the Premier League before. Brighton have already been in the Premier League. They know what they're doing. They've made a couple of decent additions. Pascal Gross is a quality player. And they've got a couple of other really, really good signings and, you know, good quality players as well in there. So I think they'll definitely stay up, and I'm going to put them in 15th position. Now in 14th position, I have gone for Newcastle. Now the reason why I've gone for Newcastle is they have recently signed Solomon Rondon. Now obviously he was with West Brom, who did officially go down, but with Solomon Rondon, he's a goal scorer. He gets you goals. He's a poacher. He's a fox in the box. They've traded him for Dwight Gay, who didn't really have a fantastic start to life in Newcastle. But Rondon is a great addition. He will get you 10 goals a season, and I think that will be enough to get Newcastle around near mid-table-ish, in my opinion. And with a couple of other additions as well, I think they'll do well. However, they did have some bit of issues with their board not spending enough money. But like I said, Rondon is a goal scorer. He'll get them goals. They've got a couple of other decent players like Lascelles. They've got a really, really good manager in Rafa Benitez, who's really good for Newcastle. And I think, obviously, his tactics, his philosophy that's already come across to the players will definitely keep Newcastle up, in my opinion. Now, in 13th position, we have got Watford. Now, I've put Watford this high, being they basically got a brand new manager. They've been in the Premier League for a long time. They've had a lot of experience in there. They've got some quality players. They've got Gerard Deulofeu, who's still on loan. They've got Troy Deeney, who's very experienced in that position. They've got some other really good players, in my opinion. Now, obviously, with loss of Richarlison, you would think that they go lower, but Richarlison didn't really make too much of an impact once Marco da Silva left, so I think Watford will cope without Richarlison. They did have 50 million in the bank left to spend, which unfortunately they did not spend, but they've got some some good players in there. You know, Aurelio Gomez is a quality, experienced keeper, and they've got Abdoulaye Doucouré, who's a quality DM, who's underrated in my opinion. Have a new manager who's going to get his new philosophies across. I think Watford are going to be a surprise team, and they're going to do really well in my opinion. Now in 12th position, I have gone for Burnley. Now obviously Burnley did come 7th last season, which was an amazing achievement. I did not expect it. No one expected it. But with the addition of Europa League this season, there's going to be more games. They haven't made too much signings, so they haven't got that squad depth to compete on all fronts of the League Cup, the FA Cup, the Europa League and the Premier League, which is why I put Burnley going to finish a bit lower. Sean Dyche is a fantastic manager, very, very underrated. He did superbly with Burnley last season. But with, like I said, with Europa League, with a lot more games, Burnley are going to struggle a little bit more. And I'm going to go Burnley to be in 12th position. But I still think 12th position is a really good achievement for Burnley. Sean Dyche has done wonderfully well for them. Now, in 11th position, I have gone for Fulham. Now, Fulham are a newly promoted team. Now, obviously, Fulham have made a lot of signings. They've got a quality player in Stefan Sessegnon, who is 17 years old, a fantastic talent, very hot prospect. They've made some quality
signings.
Andre Scholler on a 2-year loan for Dortmund had a fantastic time at Chelsea. Will do wonders at Fulham. They've got a new manager they've actually got a good manager. You've got Jean-Michel Seri for £35 million, a fantastic world-class addition. And in fact, Chelsea were targeting him for a good few months, and I thought we'd get him in the end, but Fulham got him, which is a fantastic signing. And they got a couple of other additions which I'm really, really impressed with. Alexander Mitrovic as well, who did have a first-year loan at Fulham, and I think that his presence in the air and his experience in the Prem will help Fulham. He'll definitely get a few goals for them, and then for that reason I will put Fulham in 11th position. Now in 10th position, I have gone for Leicester City. I was going to put them a bit higher, but because of the clubs above them have spent more, and the fact that they've lost Riyad Mahrez, they are going to finish a bit lower. But they've still got quality players. They've got Harry Maguire, who had a fantastic World Cup. They've got Jamie Vardy, who is a prolific goal scorer. They've got, you know, Mark Albrighton, Damari Gray, who's a very young, good prospect. They've got Kasper Schmeichel, who's a very experienced goalkeeper. He had a fantastic World Cup with Denmark as well. So Leicester City will be around mid-table, and that's why I put them in 10th position. Now this is where it gets interesting. This is a top 10. West Ham I've put in 9th position. Now the reason why I put West Ham this high, obviously it was catastrophic for them last season with all the problems with the board, not spending enough money. They've spent an enormous amount. Jack Wilshere on a free. They've spent money on other players as well. So many other players. Yarmolenko from Dortmund. They've also signed Felipe Anderson from Lazio. Fantastic wingers who can bring a lot of experience. They've got European experience. They've won trophies. And that's what West Ham need right now. They've brought other quality players as well. And so I think it's fantastic for them. They've brought another player which I can't pronounce at the moment. But he's a fantastic defender. And I think West Ham will do really well, especially with the quality manager of Manuel Pellegrini, who's already won the title of Man City. And he's very experienced. So I think West Ham will come in 9th position. Now in 8th position, I've gone for Wolves, newly promoted Wolves. Now I would never put a newly promoted team this high, but the amount of signings they've made is incredible. Their owner has splashed it way more than Chelsea. Moutinho from Portugal, Rui Patricio, Delight, Adama Traore from Middlesbrough, Dendoncker from Anderlecht. Fantastic quality signings. These are really good additions, and with a fantastic manager, Ruben Neves getting to a new contract. They've done really well, and I think Wolves have a shout for Europe. I really do. They're good. In a couple of years' time, they're going to be very dangerous. They'll be the next Man City / Chelsea. This is why I put Wolves this high in 8th position, and obviously with that experience and so much quality in that team, I've put Wolves this high. Now in 7th position, I have gone for Everton. They have signed Richarlison from Watford, £50 million. They've also just signed Yerry Mina as well. And also Kurt Zuma on loan, as well as the fact that they've got Marco da Silva, who's done really well at Watford and Hull. He knows Richarlison, he can get Richarlison reignited again, he can get him playing well. Kurt Zuma as well, because Kurt Zuma is a fantastic defender, as well as Yerry Mina, who had a fantastic World Cup with Colombia. Marco da Silva knows how to get the best out of players. They've got a lot of quality in there, you know, Sigurdsson, other top quality players as well. And I think that Marco da Silva and Everton will do really well this season. I'm going to put Everton in 7th position. Now, this is where it gets really interesting. It is now officially the top 6. Now, in 6th position, I have gone for Tottenham Hotspur. Now, the main reason being is they have signed no one. They are the only club in the top 5 European divisions that, you know, that haven't spent a single penny on any single player. I find this shocking. I find this incredible, to say the least. I'm surprised. They've got a new stadium, so they're trying to save money, but Mauricio Pochettino has promised signings. They've got some problems as well with contracts because they're not paying enough as well. They've still got a quality team, but I think with the other top 5 teams improving, getting better, spending more money, got more quality, change of managers as well, they're going to really struggle to kind of break into that top 4. So I'm going to put Tottenham as 6th, in my opinion, the weakest out of the top 6. And in 5th position, I have gone for Man United. Now, obviously, the reason why I've done this is because they've had a lot of problems in their club. It seems like Jose Mourinho is having his 3rd season syndrome. He's falling out of all the players, criticising them, was calling out Martial, calling out Luke Shaw. He was calling out all the youngsters. He wasn't promising them game time. He was saying that, you know, he hasn't got anything available. He was moaning in the press conferences regarding transfers. He wasn't getting enough transfers. He was complaining about that as well. And the fact that they have signed only Fred and also Lee Grant from United. You know, the fact that they've only got a couple of signings is quite worrying if they do want to challenge for the title. And I think because the other 4 teams have improved significantly, and the fact that United have only signed Fred and Lee Grant, and they haven't signed a centre-back, which is what they desperately needed. Bailey is their only good centre-back at the club, and I think they're going to really struggle defensively, as well as Jose Mourinho falling out of the players. And I think there's going to be a big spin addressing them this season, which is why I'm putting Man United in 5th position. Now, the top 4, I have gone for Arsenal in 4th. I think they've made some good additions. They've made some good quality additions, not world class, but good additions to strengthen those key areas. Bernd Leno, new keeper. Lucas Torreira, good defensive midfielder from Sampdoria. They've got Socrates, Papastalos, very decent centre back. I wouldn't say he's world class. Goal-wise, they're really good. Their attack is insane with Aubameyang, Lacazette, Ozil, Mkhitaryan. But You know, this is why I think they're going to top 4 first time. They've got new philosophy, new manager, breath of fresh air. Unai Emery's won trophies wherever he's been to, Europa Leagues with Sevilla, titles with PSG. So I think they're going to do really well. And I put Arsenal in 4th position to claim that Champions League spot. Now, 3rd position, I've gone for Chelsea, my team. Now, I think we've had a very decent transfer window. In the last couple of days, we have resurrected the situation. We started the window with a bit of uncertainty, Conte taking over pre-seasons, but then Sarri and Jorginho came for a combined £65 million. Jorginho was signed for £57 million. We got Sarri bringing a new philosophy of attacking football. So Jorginho was signed £57 million. We then, a couple of days ago, broke the world record fee for a keeper, Kepa Arrizabalaga, for £71.6 million. And Courtois has left in his position. As well as this, we have signed Mateo Kovacic from Real Madrid on a 1-year loan with an option to buy. So we've strengthened that midfield. In my opinion, we have, alongside with Man City, the best midfield in the Prem. Our defence is relatively solid, and we've got a world-class keeper as well. The only problem I did have was the attack. We haven't strengthened the attack one bit. We still have Willian and Pedro, etc. But hopefully Morata does shine. So the front three will be around Hazard, Morata, Willian. But with Sarri implementing his new philosophy of football, I think that Chelsea will struggle at the start slightly. But towards the second half of the season, we will start kicking in. Sarri's football will, be implemented. We'll be playing good attacking football. And Chelsea will play in that 3rd spot as we have a very strong squad. Now, going in for the top 2 spots, I have gone for Liverpool to finish 2nd. They've made some very, very good quality additions. I think they've had the best window out of the top 6. Sorting out the keeper situation, Alisson Becker. They've signed Fabinho from AS Monaco. They've got Naby Keita as well. They've signed Xherdan Shaqiri as well. So made quality additions. They've increased that squad in depth. But I think because of the inexperience and the fact that Klopp hasn't won the Premier League title for a while, I just think that they're not going to win the Premier League this season. But I can see Liverpool finishing 2nd. Now, obviously, the 1st position, as you know, is going to be Manchester City. Now, Man City have an incredibly strong squad. They've signed Riyad Mahrez, so have increased that squad depth and quality. And the fact that they've got so much quality all round is ridiculous. They've got a fantastic, probably the best manager in the world in Pep Guardiola. He's been there. They know his style. They know his philosophy. They're a well-oiled machine. They're sharper, fitter, stronger. They've got everything. They've got such good players, and there's world-class players all over that pitch. And I just can't see a better team than Man City to claim that Premier League title trophy. I think Man City will reclaim the title. But that's just my opinion. Leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. Who do you think will finish in the top 4, top 6? Who do you think will get relegated? Subscribe to my channel if you did enjoy this video. Don't forget to smash that like button if you did enjoy this video. And also don't forget to hit that link in the description of the sporting betting app. Don't forget, if you spend more than £10, you get £30 free in bets. Don't forget to register and make sure you're over 18 if you want to bet. Also, follow me on my Twitter and my Instagram fan page, also in the description. And I'll see you for my next video. Peace.